Hi, my name is Joe, and I want to thank you for checking out my video review of Star Wars The Last Jedi. Probably the most divisive Star Wars movie so far. There are some people out there who love this movie who would put it up there with A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back, and there's other people out there that say The Attack of the Clones is better. Wow. I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't love this movie. I don't hate it either. There's a lot to like and there's a lot to not like as much. I've only seen it once. I saw it on opening day. It's still kind of processing. I'm going to see it again on Sunday. So I'm trying to go back in with a fresh mind and try to pick up on some things I might have missed the first time. But anyway, I only have like 15 minutes. So I'm going to go over the highs and lows of the movie, just what I thought. And what should have been one of the highest of highs turned out to be one of the most disappointing scenes, and that is Act 2 with Luke meeting Rey. Just come with me 2 years ago to The Force Awakens, that closing shot with Mark Hamill and Daisy Ridley and that brilliant score by John Williams. Without saying a word, Luke and Rey say so much to each other. Luke has this expression like, "Who are you? Where did you find my lightsaber?" And then you're telling me, Mr. Rian Johnson, that less than 20 seconds later, Luke's just discarding it? We've been waiting for this for 2 years, and you play it as a joke. A very, I'd say, unfunny joke. I got a few chuckles in the audience, but I freaking hated it. You either just put it down on the ground, you give it back to her. You don't disrespect the fans by saying, "Don't care what you think." Didn't see that coming, did you? That was a Saturday Night Live skit. A very unfunny skit. My opinion. Going back to Luke. We all kind of speculated that, hey, this is going to be his Empire Strikes Back. Luke will be Yoda this time. He'll train Rey for half the movie and she'll be all ready to go fight Kylo Ren and Snoke, and Luke asks her a couple of questions and gives her a history lesson. Again, I've only seen it once, but he didn't do much with her, did he? I will give a shout out to Luke saying Darth Sidious. I thought that was cool as hell. Didn't say the Emperor, didn't even say Palpatine. He said Darth Sidious. I thought that was a nice nod to the prequels. Princess Leia. You know, we all lost Carrie Fisher about a year ago at this time, and it still sucks. It still stings. And 20 minutes in the movie, she gets blown out in the vacuum of space. And I'm thinking, whoa, I didn't see that coming. Didn't see it coming. And with force powers, I'm not going to dispute what force powers are. We haven't seen them all. The last movie, Force Awakens, Kylo Ren stopped the laser bolt in midair. That was cool. The Last Jedi, Leia basically dies in the darkness of space. And with the force power comes back to life. I ain't got a problem with that. What I got a problem with is what some people are calling Mary Poppins y'all, because it just looked off to me, her floating back down to the ship. They could have handled that so much better. It looks cheesy. It looks hokey as hell. But I was glad they didn't kill her off at that time, because I was like, wow, you're not doing that to us this early, are you? But, man, maybe they should have, because that just looked completely off to me. Going to Snoke and Rey and her communication with Kylo and all that stuff you already know. The twist. I guess it would be the twist of the lightsaber blade through the gut of Snoke, because who saw that coming? My guttural reaction was, whoa! Oh yeah! And the audience just exploded in cheers. And it reminded me of the Phantom Menace in '99 when Darth Maul gets sliced in half. My guttural instinct was, oh, wow! And with Snoke and Darth Maul, 10 seconds later, I'm like, well, that's cool. But now what? Darth Maul was an awesome character. Wow, you're just killing him off, huh? As far as the movies go. With Snoke, he's not really a good character. He's shrouded in mystery. He's so powerful. And again, screw your theories. We're going to kill him now. This is like Vader killing the Emperor halfway through The Empire Strikes Back. If you say you saw it coming, good on you. But I'd say some of you are lying. Just a little bit. Some of you probably did. But I don't think anybody could see that coming. Laura Dern's character, Admiral Holdo, gets called into the action as Leia lays in a coma. I thought her story arc was interesting. I thought her self-sacrifice was one of the best visual effects in Star Wars history. It reminded me of the seismic charges from Episode 2. Sorry to bring up Attack of the Clones, guys, but that was a cool moment where it just went silent. And I have to watch this movie again, but was those seismic charge sound effects included this time too? Or am I thinking of another scene? Because I swear I heard that sound effect somewhere in the movie. Nonetheless, awesome shot. But bear with me just a minute. At that time, Finn and Rose were about to be executed by executioner stormtroopers with Phasma there. Then the ship goes all to hell. They wake up, and Phasma is down at the other end of the corridor, coming in with a new battalion of stormtroopers. Now, either this lady likes to make an entrance, or what? If Finn and Rose were, out of it, being knocked out of the explosion, couldn't a Phasma just killed him off there? She had to go back out and get more guards to come in? Fool me once with Phasma. I'm done with this character. She looks cool as hell, but talk about underutilized. That could have been a deleted scene. As could the entire Canto Bight side mission. When I first heard of this Las Vegas type world, I thought, oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, cool concept. Everything else sucked. I don't own any animals, but I don't abide animal cruelty. So why you putting it in my Star Wars movie? We've had Tauntauns, Banthas, Dewbacks, Iopes before, but none of them were getting beat, were they? I just didn't need to see that. And the Harry Potter looking animals and the CGI aliens that looked straight out of the prequels. And the whole hashtag Broom Kid and his little friends. That's another story. I understand they needed Finn and Rose to have something to do, but I'm sorry that they were wasted on this worthless and, in the end, meaningless side mission. Maz Kanata, one of the great new characters in The Force Awakens. She's in it for 30 seconds? I think they call that fan service. When you put a character in for absolutely no reason. You could have given that to somebody else. Why they felt they needed to put Maz in that, I don't know. But I would have preferred seeing the real Maz in action. In a real scene. Doing something really important. But, whatever. Yoda. The camera pans and I see the ears. I think a couple of people in the audience saw it with me. But then the camera shoots and it's the Phantom Menace Yoda? Am I crazy? Again, I have to see it again, but it looked to me like the first Episode 1 puppet. And then by the end, it was the one we all love, the Empire Strikes Back puppet. Which, another cool scene, Luke and Yoda side by side. Again, Yoda's using some new force powers, bringing real world elements, lightning, lighting up that tree. I thought that was cool. And a little tricky too, because he knew that Rey had taken the books out of the temple, placed them on the Falcon, which you see later in the movie. So I thought that was cool. Great to see Yoda. Great to see Yoda back. My biggest gripe with the movie, I guess, would be Luke's final fight. Not the fact that he projected himself. That was cool. When he showed up with the haircut and the Just for Men. I'm like, really? He stopped off to get a haircut? The galaxy's falling apart. And you go to Fantastic Sam's? Alright. I'll let it slide. But then he pulls out the lightsaber and it turns blue. Okay, Rian Johnson, you guys tricked me. You guys tricked me up to that point. You shouldn't trick Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren's smarter than that. He and Rey destroyed the very same saber not 20 minutes earlier. The saber, he said in The Force Awakens, that lightsaber belongs to me. He knows exactly what that lightsaber looks like. And knowing he destroyed it with Rey, you call it I call it a mistake. I'm not calling it a plot hole. I'm just calling it a glaring faux pas. The last shot of the movie, I did not like. Sorry about that. I did not like. The broom kid, whatever. I get that it's a symbolism of the young Jedi will rise. I get that. Lame-ass final scene. Probably the worst final scene in the Star Wars movie. I'm going to go out there and say I enjoyed the energy ball from Phantom Menace more than I did seeing Broom Kid. Look at the sun. We got that sun scene not 5 minutes earlier, when in one of the most beautiful moments in Star Wars history, after Luke uses all that energy to project himself across the galaxy on Crate, to give the Resistance a chance to fight another day. And Luke, in his last breath, boom, becomes one with the Force. Seeing those suns, that was an awesome bookend to the character of Luke Skywalker. I really, truly enjoyed that scene. Got some questions for everybody. Where were the Knights of Ren in this movie? I know they didn't really promise us. Maybe they'll promise it in 9, but yeah, Kylo Ren took some of Luke's pupils, turned them evil, and killed the rest. I want to see those people. Where was Snap Wexley, Greg Grunberg from The Force Awakens? Those final people on the Falcon, I didn't see Snap there. Wonder what JJ thinks about that. I love the fact that Rey stays good, Kylo stays evil. Not only is Kylo irredeemable, but Rey has become the Wonder Woman of Star Wars. You do not turn her evil, heel, bad, whatever you want to call it. Don't do it. There are so many young girls out there looking up to Rey as a role model. Don't mess with the Kool-Aid. Leave Rey as a hero, the way she needs to be. Was I the only one when Leia was sending out that message at the end for help to come help the Resistance? Was I the only one to think Lando Calrissian and some of his cohorts would show up? Oh, I'm hoping we get him in Episode 9. Rey's parents is a complete afterthought. I got a big problem with that. Not that they're nobodies, but the fact that Kylo said, and you knew all along. Bull crap. We spent 2 hours with Rey last movie. She was writing days on an AT-AT wall. The times she was away from her parents. Bull crap, and I'm calling you out right now. I'll leave you at this. I'm glad JJ's directing 9 because I think we'll get a better movie. A much happier movie. And I'm glad that Ryan is getting his own trilogy, new characters, and he can do whatever the heck he wants with it. and I'm going to watch all 4 movies. Thanks for checking this video out. I'll talk to you later.